his first wife, the altar sheds tears. And yet we find in this week's Torah portion, the Torah tells us when to divorce your wife. And there's three opinions. Beit Shammai hold, if your wife has an affair, this is grounds for divorce. Beit Hillel hold, if you come home and your wife burns your supper, this is grounds for divorce. Rabbi Akiva holds, if you're walking down the street and you see a woman who's more beautiful than your wife, this is grounds for divorce. Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel are beyond this Facebook live video. But Rabbi Akiva demands explanation. Rabbi Akiva was the person who said, love a fellow Jew as you love yourself. That includes your wife. Rabbi Akiva was the one who told his students, all the Torah I know, everything I have amassed in my life is hers, my wife. He loved his wife. How could it be that Rabbi Akiva says that if you're walking down the street and you see a woman who's more beautiful than your wife, that's grounds for divorce? What does that mean? The deeper explanation of Rabbi Akiva is incredible. What Rabbi Akiva is teaching us is how to stay married. Rabbi Akiva says, your marriage has to be so good, your love for your wife has to be so strong, that if you could walk down the streets of Fifth Avenue and you could see a woman as being more beautiful than your own wife, it means there's something wrong with your marriage. It means internally you've already divorced her. If you could see a 20-year-old girl and think she's more beautiful than your wife, you haven't understood what marriage is all about. There was a young woman in Brooklyn. She came to the Lubavitcher Rebbe and she told him she's been dating and dating boys and she can't find her shidduch. So the Rebbe looked at her and he said to her, you're reading too much romantic novels because you haven't understood what true love is. True love comes from living with your spouse day in, day out. It comes from the small acts of kindness, of respect, of care for one another. When you live together and build your lives together 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line until you mold into one being, one soul but two bodies, that is when you fall in love. That is true love. There was a young Hasidic rabbi who asked the Rebbe, can you give me a spiritual tip for Shalom Bayit, for having good relationship with my wife? He was expecting the Rebbe to tell him to learn Torah 2 hours a day, learn this book, learn that book. The Rebbe told him, after Shabbat, when the dishes are piled very high, roll up your sleeves and do the dishes. That is a secret to a successful marriage. And falling in love is all about the small acts, appreciating your spouse day in, day out, compliments, appreciation, affection, small things. They are the key to a successful marriage. And it's the same thing with God. We now find ourselves in the month of Elul. The month of Elul is Ani ledodi bedodi li. I am to my beloved and my beloved is to me. I am for God. I love God and God loves me. How do you build a relationship, a meaningful, lasting relationship with God before the high holidays? By the small acts. Loving God every single day, appreciating your health, the air that you breathe, doing something for God, praying, tefillin. That is what it's all about.